How the heck are you, everybody? I'm Fastidious. Welcome to my channel. We are doing stage 5 of the epilogue. I just beat it. You can see the check mark. And this is how I did it without Torador.
Fastidious.
Fastidious.
I say that because, in my opinion, having done it now, this would have been infinitely easier without Torador. I am going to bring my King Hearts. However, you can totally do this without him. Actually, is there a way I can just sub him out really quickly? Yeah, let's just bring in Torador instead. So no Legendary Lords. That's what this is going to be. Let's throw the gear. Let's see which is going to be better from King Hearts. Yeah, let's go like this. This is better. There you go, guys. No King Hearts, so no Legendary Lords. Let's do this thing. There is a bit of RNG that goes into this that I'll explain once we start. I'll show you the builds really quickly, actually. So we've got tons of just Guardian sets and tanky stuff, like, on everybody. So you can see, I'll get to our, these are our 3 DPS. We'll get to them in a second. But you can see, like, here's Arrogance, here's Wrath, in a build very similar to what I ran Lunaria in my Stage 4 guide. Almost exactly the same. I just changed the left side to even tankier stuff. We just want him fast with a good pool of HP so we can take advantage of this Lunacy Visor. We move right along. You can see our next hero is going to be Volca, and she's like full tank mode. Guardian set over here, and then Life Force, just tier 1 gear. So this is actually all tier 1 gear. You can see no Ancients or anything. 67.8 with 6.1 defense. Nothing else really matters except that she's fast. 415 at 1.3. I'm running her in her exclusive. Even better would be a Lunacy Visor. So actually, let me take that right now. I was using Abomination before, so I couldn't put it on her, but I'll do that now. There you go. Moving right along. I should not have exited the screen. You guys saw Torador, tanky. Let's see. Who else? Who else do we have? I can show you my DPS at the very end. Broke here, very tanky. You know, it's the same kind of thing. Everyone's wearing a Guardian set. Hearts we just took out. And then, is that it for the tanks, actually? I think it is. Those are all my tanks. Oh, and Baron. I bring Baron as well. So Baron's a great epic hero. My only Ancient Guardian piece right there. Lucky drop. Lots of defense and HP. Kind of the same story. Life Force again. Just going for a lot of HP, a lot of defense. There you have it. So we go to the top now. These are our 3 DPS, and they're in like my best DPS gear I could get them in. Pretty important that they are these 3 heroes, but they are 3 heroes like this, because you need people that can hit multiple lanes. So someone like Ardia, as incredible as she is, and I did use her on some original versions of this that I wasn't able to succeed with, that straight line isn't going to get me where I need to go. I need people with like that Arrogance, Zealot2, Absent range, Araka, but really it's got to be some really nice heroes. I think Admiral Claw could definitely do this very well. Or you need like Lust with her weird kind of like Dolores range on the floor. I really don't like the new UI. I can never find stuff. But like basically where you can hit 2 lanes, and then someone in the middle in the Arrogant spot, you're going to see where you can hit 3 lanes. But someone like Valkyra or Ardia with the straight line, or even like, you know, Abomination once his ult becomes permanent, it's not going to cut it. So this is going to be the team. So I showed you very quickly Zealot2. For all these guys, theoretically, Soulbound Arcana would be the best in slot because you could time out all your ults. But for her, I am going to do Infernal Roar. Pretty good gear, certainly. You'll see we got 17.7, a ton of attack. I'm pretty happy with that. 1.5 second interval with 339% there. She's in a Frigid Flame. I actually think I'll leave her in the Frigid Flame just because it's what I had her in when I did it. I actually think Wailing Skull would end up being better on her. For Arrogance, we're going to run him in a Realm Tear. Actually, without a doubt, Frigid Flame would be better for Arrogance. So I'm just going to do it the way I did it. But that would be the swap. And then you'd put Wailing Skull on Zealot2. And the Arrogance build is probably my best Soulbound Arcana. He's like the main DPS in the middle of the whole map. You can see over here, we got 19.4k attack. That is fantastic. 1.3 second interval is very solid. Nearly crit capped at 354, and a nice chunk of rage regen at 18.5. It's solid. This is a good Arrogance. A4 Arrogance too. The A4 is nice. I'd say that the big thing with the Arrogance certainly would be this A3, right? Dealing the extra damage to targets with burning, because he's putting out tons of burning. It's leading to some really nice stuff. And then our final DPS is going to be Lust. This was the final key. A0 Lust with a maxed out Wailing Skull. When I finally got the Wailing Skull on her, and I made her attack as high as I ended up making it in the Soulbound Arcana set, that was the ticket. But this is not a crazy build. 15.6 is very nice for Lust. 1.8 is not very good. Crit capped, 326, all normal stuff. No rage regen, but it's fine. Hopefully we first try this, guys. let's get right in this. People are also saying Magda would work great in the middle. I'm live on YouTube Live right now. Magda would be like the best hero in the game for this, if you have her. But I don't have her. Yeah, there's like a lot of good options, right? We can go through the fighters at the very end, and I'll give other DPS. There's only one platform here, so that's where I'm bringing Elowen, the only hero I think I didn't tell you about. She's in an Invig set, just really all about healing. She's never going to get hit because everything's with these melee units that shoot these kind of cyclones at them. They kind of look like cyclones, these little cyclone the character. They look like these little tornado vortex things they shoot forward. Ton of attack, 21.7. Pretty fast at 504. Cut the attack control in half. Healthy amount of heal effect at 78. So we'll get over the soft cap with the contribution from my Pantheon. It's like fine. And then some Rage Regen's good. Elowen is without a doubt, no question in my mind, the single best healer in the entire game for this, full stop, because of her Wood Elf, because you can't control the other heals. That being said, I think with really good gear, you could definitely do it without her, but it would be like you need really good gear on like units that can't die. So like I could do it like if my Broke here had this max, which I don't, or the passive over here and the ultimate max, then, this would last another 3 seconds. That'd be huge. If you just had better DPS, you could kill people faster. It could work. Bringing Volca allows you to cycle, but without a doubt, it's not as egregious an example as I'm gonna have a video coming out about this soon about how Elowen dependent the game has become with these new things. I had a little mustache hair on my tongue. However, even though this isn't like needing Elowen, boy, is it kind of calling for Elowen the way all the new content seems to be. So this is one where you could get away without Elowen, but it'd be way harder. Like you could bring Nasandai, like it would be a great sub, but then you'd need some crazy DPS and crazy kind of tankage on the top and bottom. If you had like Valderon, he could like solo one of those areas all by himself, but most of us don't have him. There you go, guys. No premium heroes, no legendary lords. Let's go into it. Not saying these aren't good heroes. We've got our A0 Lust, we've got our A4 Arrogance, A5 Sealatu, all that stuff. People are saying Ezrein. That's actually a good shout. Ezrein maybe could do it. The problem is you're going to see you'll get overwhelmed, and I think it would be crazy RNG to have Ezrein heal the people outside of his range at the right times. Theoretically, though, it could work. First thing we'll do is place Arrogance. Then we'll do Elowen. Elowen places the Invig on Arrogance, and now we place Wrath in front. I said Wrath. Baron in front. Can you tell it's been a long day? Leave it on 2x. I wait. I'll turn on these auto ults over here. We'll 1x it. And now, as soon as this guy's about to get into the thing, we're going to place Volca. Now we can turn this auto thing off. Throw this on 2x. The other key thing with Elowen, guys, that makes her so elite for this is the Wood Elf. So the Wood Elf is not just for healing, but I can pick it up. And if you don't know, it's 5 costs to deploy the Wood Elf. But when I pick it up now, it returns 8 costs. So the Wood Elf's also helping us with cost generation, which for me, with these heroes I'm using, was kind of essential. Do not want to have Zillitu going. So you can see we handle the middle pretty well. Arrogance is the absolute hero handling all of these. We kind of build a triangle in front of him. Someone in chat saying they didn't know about the cost generation with the Wood Elf. Yeah, it's kind of huge, and it helps this. So this is where the RNG in the stage really comes in. You might be wanting Fastidious. You have 30 costs. Why don't you deploy? This guy's about to do his big summoning vortex for where the new, what are his minions called? So the Tempest Tyrant's about to summon his new Stormwalkers. And it's random every time. So there it is. It comes here. So the way I do it is I do Sealatu. And now we're going to do Olog in front. We wait. Let's throw this on 1x. These guys are going to come marching now. I'm not going to ult yet. And now we ult. As soon as they're in Volca's range, now we go here. And here's the Wood Elf, right? I don't need it for the healing, but I will leave it down for a second just to help us out. And now I'm going to get the cost. So you'll see this will go up to 25. So that's really, really nice. So when this is at about 3/4, that's when I'll do. You see, I waited a little too long. It was more at like 20% or 80% done, 20% remaining. That's when we can ult with Sealatu. You might have to wait a little bit longer. My Sealatu obviously is A5, thus I have her A3, which is 10 seconds longer on the ultimate. So it'll be a little tighter without that. So there's the RNG. This next summon, they're coming on this row up here. That's like not ideal. I might have to restart this. Ideally, we'd want them to already come down here so I could get going with my other people, my Lust and everything. I'll try to make it work though, don't worry. But now it's going to be a lot of waiting for the Zeal2 ult, and it's very likely we'll fail the run because of this. So if that happens, I'll speed it up and we'll catch back up. But this RNG is supremely frustrating, and I just don't like too many RNG elements. Like it's really not fun for me. It's not what I like in these games like at all. It's a drag. It's definitely a drag. All right, so we'll place Baron here. Baron. I can't talk to it. We'll place Broke here because that's what we have to do now. Not going to use the Wood Elf. We're going to need it on top to actually help with the healing with Broke here. And you can see he's in that lane. Oh, and this guy over here actually got picked off by Arrogance. Very nice timing. We might not have to place. Sometimes I do have to place, and I'd put Crowdor down already. Looks like I don't have to. As soon as these guys are done, I'll pick up Olog for later. So hopefully this works with Broke here. But you can see, like, Seal 2's not ready. Like, she's got, what? She's let's click on her. She's still ulting? Oh my god, she's still ulting. Like, this sucks, right? My Zeal 2, so now she's not even halfway done. She's at 426 at a 900 cost. That is not a good situation to be in. That's going to throw everything off for us, very likely. So now we'll get the Wood Elf down here to keep Broke here alive. Broke here would be way better if his passive was max, but it's not. So that's a situation I'm in. We can place Crowdor down right there. We'll need him. Now we're going to hope for the best. That Broke here can last. I'm going to try to ult as soon as possible. And look, the other... Oh, this is actually never happened to me. Triple spawn here. So we didn't even need... So it spawns 3 times. I've never seen it spawn 3 times all on one side. Like, it's usually top, bottom, top, or top, top, bottom, or bottom, bottom, top. I've never seen it all like that. Wow, that's actually crazy. So we don't even need... Theoretically, I guess you only need 2 DPS, and you can just wait for this crazy RNG. What we're going to do now is I'm going to put Wrath here and maybe take some aggro away from Broke here. And now we can place Olog here to block the next lane that's coming. This might still work, but that is not what I've seen before. So I guess this is something I just learned while trying to teach you guys. The RNG is total RNG for where these guys are summoned. So they can all be in one spot or they can alternate. This is the first time I saw all 3 happen in the same area. If you want to see what it looks like when that doesn't happen, assuming I do succeed here, definitely go check out when I cleared it on my YouTube live right before this a few minutes ago. Let's trigger all these guys. That's crazy. I guess we have a backup DPS now too. So we did handle that. My Wrath is in very tanky gear. Broke here did die, but we're fine. We can even throw that down. We should be handling the middle well. So I think this is going to work, but really not how we drew it up. But it does speak to the crazy RNG of this whole thing. I'll get Lust here to take some damage away from Crowdor and put out some damage herself. I think we can just turn on auto ults and wait for it all now. Yeah, pretty wacky stuff. My mind is kind of blown. Can you tell that all this stuff that you can literally RNG it 3 times in a row, all on the top or all on the bottom? There you go. That is the clearance. Oh my god, I forgot about this. Frick, that happened to me last time too. Oh my god. I'm such a stupid guy. Restart. All right, we'll catch up to that point. Let me actually exit the instance. But yeah, okay, that happened to me literally when I cleared it. You can go see that too. But lol, again, I forgot it because it says you're done. It says 22 out of 22, and then 2 more come. So you need to have saved it up. So I should have saved Lust, then we would have had it. Obviously, I didn't. I'll fast forward through this on like 3x speed, and we'll see it again at the end. I'll maybe pause it to make comments about what RNG we do get. But let's go. All right, let's see where the second spawn... There you go. So now the second spawn's at the bottom, as we may have expected. Also, apparently at the beginning, I said this would be infinitely easier without Torador. Obviously, I meant with Torador. It's infinitely harder without Torador. Torador really is becoming more and more relevant with each piece of content. So let's go. Kind of same thing here. Hopefully, we can line this out right. I got my Lust placed now. Let's see her take this out. I'm going to trigger that Baron to help Lust with her Soulbound Arcana set. You can see Broker's taking a beating, so hopefully we can get the DPS out fast enough. We should be able to with those heals. He's a little late on my Broker placement, so hopefully he doesn't die. Looks like he might, though. So here you can see now the third spawn is coming on top. This will line up fine with my Olog. Broker's about to die, but here comes like the important thing why we bring Broke here, and like also why you can use Baron is for the unyielding. So it should buy us enough time. He'll still give me 9 seconds when he dies. So let's see. 6 seconds left on Olog. Yeah, that'll do it. Plus is doing some nice damage. Hopefully it does it. Otherwise, I've got a contingency here with Wrath. Now paying attention to the middle as well. Let's wait. So he died, but Lush should just get the kill. She does. Nice clutch freeze at the end. Trigger Crowdor. Trigger Baron, trigger Seala 2. Come on. Elowen, get the heals element. All right, now we should be good in the middle. Oh, Volca died. That's terrible. Well, that's why we bring Wrath, and that's why we built him as a tank. And go like this. We can place the Wood Elf to help him. That was just kind of bad ult timing with Elwyn. But I think Wrath can hold on. I freaking hope so. Did we just get one kill? Epilogue just died. That's shocking. So the whole thing falls apart. So you can see the RNG can completely change the run every time. Beyond infuriating. What a life we live. Let's restart. All right, we're looking all right now. The second spawn's coming on the bottom again. Pick up Epilogue as soon as we finish up there. You can see here comes the first big onslaught in the middle. First one's easy to handle. It's the last one that's really hard. So you can see the numbers are all off and annoying. It's fine. I'll show you guys how to time out this really properly now with the Wood Elf. As soon as it's going to hit Baron, Broke here. I mess that up every time. As soon as it's going to hit Broke here, that's when I drop the Wood Elf. Trigger Lust as soon as these guys come into range. So we placed him earlier that time because I didn't get thrown off by the RNG switch again. But I'm going to ult with Broke here as soon as possible, get his shield up. Again, this would be better if I had his ult maxed. And then his unkillable, his unyielding would be way better if I had his passive max. You can see they're coming on the top now for wave 3. This should work out pretty well for us because Epilogue is coming back around pretty soon. Lust is handling that pretty well. Now we're going to be good to go there at least. Let's see. And I do have to remember there is the 4th time, so I'm not going to blow that again. Good time to trigger Zealo 2 right now. And trigger Baron. Here comes Epilogue. Nice. So there's the unyielding thing. Good to go. We can turn off these auto ults again. Let's pick up Broke here. Looking pretty good in the middle, but I will keep an eye on everything, especially Volca and Crowdor. Not always perfect. Really bad timing there with Epilogue. I might have to drop the Wood Elf. I think I do. No, as I did. I see that's me being overly cautious. What a waste. There comes the shield. I guess I'll heal up anyway. But we also remember we've got our little contingency plan in Wrath. Is he Torador? Absolutely not. He is a shell of Torador. You might have saw that emblem just appear above Epilogue's head. That's called the North's Will. It's a legendary artifact, and I believe it comes out to a 15% heal every time a defender loses a shield. So it's a very good choice for him. Yeah, we're handling the middle really nicely, but we got to remember here it comes again on the bottom. So worst case, I can buy myself some time with Wrath. I do not think I'll fail again. We can pick up Volca in case we need her. Let's slowly finish this all off. Okay, let's pick up Epilogue and Zealo 2 in case we need them. Let's see, looking okay on Broke here, not ideal. Right here, we can place him now. I need that Wood Elf though. Come on, honey. He's not going to be ready with his ult at all. Really bad timing. Oh, here's the Wood Elf. Okay, cool. We don't want to trigger his unyielding yet. Looks like we didn't. Can't tell for sure, but it looks like we didn't. You can see we're 22 out of 22. That's why I got thrown off. I'm not that much of a fool. They just like lie to us. Just another tiny little mistake this game makes. I guess we're all kind of used to it at this point, but it never stops bothering me. Feels like these are little mistakes that can be avoided so easily. So it's on 2x. We should be good. Worst case, I'll drop Wrath. And we're good. There you go, guys. Cool stuff. I actually did enjoy this, but I didn't like all the silly. I didn't like the RNG of it always changing. I wish that if that was going to happen, they could signify it slightly earlier, and like the idea of the counting up to 22, but then it's actually 2 more at the end. Not the best thing in the world. I do hope this helps. I'm not saying this is like free to play, only fusible heroes and stuff. However, there's no ancient exclusive heroes here, no legendary lords. I do think this is very approachable. I tried to use some epics when I had to, like Epilogue and Baron and Wrath. And then, of course, Crowdor is 100% free to play. Defender, any defender would have worked great. Regulus would work even better. So there you go, guys. I really hope this helps. I know not the hardest stage that everyone gets stuck on, but it certainly wasn't easy. It took me like an hour and 40 minutes to figure it all out with the heroes that I have. In hindsight, I probably should have figured it out sooner. There you go. Thank you so much for watching. That's stage 5. I'm going to stay live right now on YouTube Live to try stage 6, which everyone told me is going to be impossible with my heroes. I'm going to find out for myself. Share it with your mother, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.
Fastidious.